Hello guys. In today's session, we will going to learn about the activity cycle of an Android application. Okay, how does the application works? This activity life cycle is nothing but what an users see on the screen. Okay, let's start with this activity life cycle. What it do is when I start the application, when I first install and then run it for the first time, what it will do is it starts the activity here, okay, in the mobile. Then you can see the on create, okay, and prepare to display method. These are all the methods, okay. And what happens when I start is then you can see on create method is working. What happens here, it just starts the application, okay, and it will prepare to display the things which are built inside the application. Then what it do is it just goes into this on visible method, okay. After the first start, after the first launch or the launch after some destroying, I will be explaining that. Before that, understand this. At the first start, it creates and prepare to display, okay. Then it moves on into this on visible state or on visible method, where it will be displaying some information which are used to display by that application, okay. And then it moves into this on begin interaction. This means or if there is any login pages or anything else that I can interact with the application, then this on being begin interaction will work, and then activity will start to run, okay. In this will be the condition where you can see the app working. Then it moves into this on pause interaction method, where if I go back, like if I use home button, then what happens is it will be in the pause method, but the application will be running in the background, okay. uh, okay, then if I say on invisible, like this means I will be explaining in the programming also. Okay, by running the application, I will be showing the log cat. But before that, I try to understand this methods. When this on pause interaction, like when I press back button, then what happens is this application will go on to the pause state. Okay, if I press who if I kill that process, if I want to kill that process, I will be going to the app drawer, and how many applications are there, I will be closing all those. Then what happens is it goes to this other applications. If the other applications need memory, then the process will be killed, okay. Then what happens, when I go back to the application, then it starts from the first itself. It starts from creating and prepare to display method itself. But what if I go back to the application? Then it will start the interaction between user and the software. Okay. Then after this on pause interaction, if it goes on visible, like if I put, if I say it to stay, sorry, that this on pause interaction we will be pressing home button, but in this on visible state we will be pressing the back button, which kills the application, okay. Like it stops all the working state of the application. It just goes to go here, and process will be killed. And then if I want to start the application, then it will start from the beginning. No, otherwise if I want, if this on visible, if I stay, if I pressed the home button, sorry, back button, then what happens is it just, if I want, then I want to go back to the application, but I didn't close whole thing fully, like going to home drawer and app drawer, and I removed the application. I didn't do that. Then what happens is if I want to go back to that application, then what happens is it just start, okay, from the on visible method. If I fully closed the application, then it starts from the first method. Then what happens, then After this on invisible, if I close this, all the application will go on to this method on destroy. It self destroys itself, like it will be fully stopped, and then the activity will be in the shutdown state. Then if I want to again start this activity or the application, then from it this application will start from the first method. Let's see in the code itself, so you guys can easily understand. See, in now I have already opened this Android Studio, but now see, let's see, we will be using this activity XML and activity Java in regular coding. But to show you guys how logging happens, or this activity lifecycle works, I will be using this Java file itself. So we don't require this XML file. So I will be closing it. Let it be. See here, it already created a class with a name, with a method of on create, right? So let's come back to this picture. See, what is the first method is there available in this activity? It is the on create method, right? So it already created me. So um, so for that, what I want to do is I want to add some statement that like log dot d. When I press log.d, it automatically imports the required package or required class from the Java library. So what this log.d do is, it just gives me the log record, what is happening inside the application when I run, or when I run this code, what is happening inside the phone application or a mobile application. It will be displaying here. Okay, what is so this logd is used to give some input or some statements. I want to get that output in this logcat. Let's see. First, I want to declare and tag. Let me say life cycle event. It is giving me as tag. You don't require to remember all these things. You just require to know the logic, what is happening. Okay. Then I will be using comma to separate. Then I will be writing the message what I want to get in the logcat. Okay. In on create means it is in this on create method. Okay. Uh, Let me write in on create. Sorry. Then close the tag. Now, see, what is the first method? On create. When this application comes to first method, it prints me the in on create. Okay, in this logcat. Then what is the then next method is available? Next method is that on visible. Okay, I want to write this class method. Okay, let me import directly. I don't want to type and all those things. So what I will do is I will click on this generator, right click, and go on to generate, and it gives me, sorry, in this case, in here I want to select the line and then click on generate and then override methods. Okay, then I want to search. See here, it is showing me already on start, on stop. See, this method is there, right? On visible, it will be the on start. Okay. Hmm. See here, it included me the on start. Okay, wait a minute, I will change the pic. See, better to better understanding this, I changed the picture. Okay, see, it has having the same things regarding to this. If you see this, you will get confused. Instead of getting this confusion, let me teach you with this picture. Okay, these both are same, but the names are different compared to the this picture and this picture. But this picture is related to the coding part. What are the override methods we are having in the Android Studio that are related with this class, okay, or method. See, this also is the same things, but only difference is the it is having the original name which this class consists, which this override consists. Okay, see, it is having on start. If I show this picture, it is having on visible, so you people can get confused. Okay, so I will be using this picture itself to show you guys. So what is there after on create? It is there on start, right? So I will be including on start method. Then what I want to do is, uh, I want to log this message. I will copy this line and then I will paste inside this method itself. So I know that this method is inside the uh, on start method. Okay, I will change only this on create to on start. In on start, let me give some space so you can understand. Okay, then what is the next method is calling? It is calling, sorry, it is calling on resume. On resume. Okay, let's go back to the code and then click on this line and import some that method. Okay, directly import it by using generate override methods, and then search for on resume. Okay, on resume. Okay, see, this is here. Let me call this, sorry, this is not that one we are looking for. We want on resume. A minute. Okay, on resume activity. This is on restart. Okay, okay, see, when I type on resume, it is showing me here. Okay, let me go up. See, this here on resume, so I will be importing this one. Okay, it imported me the on resume method. Then what I will be doing, I will be inserting the logcat. Okay, I want printing this, it will be in the in resume state, so I want to know it. Okay, so I will be doing on resume. I will be getting the message as on resume. Then what is the next cycle, next activity? This is the activity running. Okay, see, what is there? It is there on activity running. So you don't require any activity log. You can actively visible. But we want to know what happens when we pause the application. So we will be creating another log. So I'll write that, generate the code that, go to generate and override method. Then search for on pause. Okay, import this. Then I want the logcat has in on pause. Okay, then what is the next method it is calling? It is calling on stop. Okay, then I will type on stop. Okay, in the code itself, go to this, right click, then generate, and then override methods and on stop void. You can see easily. Okay, on stop. Then okay, then type, hit enter, and then type this log d if life cycle event as a tag and message. This message what you type here, it displays me in this logcat when I run the application. Okay, on stop. Okay, then go to next method. What is the next method in the chart? It is the on destroy. Okay, let's see, the lost method. It is a lost method. Okay, let's generate that using the override methods and then on destroy. Okay, let's import it. Then this will be the last step. In message that I want to get is in on destroy. Okay, now this is the program. See, first let's see from the first. See, I have created on create. It will create automatically this on create, and then what it is there, then on start method is there. After the on start there is on resume. See, this is on start and then on resume. Okay, then after that on resume there is on pause, and then on pause. After this on pause method is called, then there is on stop method, and then after this on stop method there is a on destroy. Okay, uh, this when I press this home button, it returns to the uh, returns in the background, but it will be working in the background. See, another activity comes into foreground, like another application is I am working with another application, then this application main application what I developed is will be in the on pause state. So when I go back to this application, it just returns to this on resume method and starts its activity again. If I press this back button directly, then it goes back to kill the process, or it restart the process. Okay, it will start from the on start if I start the application without fully close. Okay, if I close this higher priority my apps like Google Chrome requires some memory, so it auto closes the application when it will be in the background. So what it do is, when I press again the application when I open the application again, it just starts from the first method itself. So like this it will happen. Let's see in the application when I run the code itself. Okay, let me run this. It will take some time to build the Gradle, so I will pause the video now. So it's just started loading. Let's wait for 2 minutes more. See here, I missed one code or one method that there is on restart. See, what you do is when I stop the source, it goes back to the navigates automatically to the activity and it restart the application. Then it comes from start method. Okay, so that also I missed here, that I missed. So I will be entering it after the on destroy. Okay, uh, after on destroy, let's generate override methods, then on restart. See, we'll repaste this uh, log.d, and give the message that it is in the on restart line or method. Okay, let me run this. I will run this app again in this one. You can watch here. See, this is saying that Gradle build running. When it builds completely, it will give me that Gradle build successful, and this run it will show me launch successful. Till then we will wait. I will pause the video. See, app is now installed successfully, but in this logcat it is not showing what is happening. So that what I want to do is I want to select this Firebase as only show only selected application. Okay, by selecting this, it will show as a logcat of that this application, what is going on this application. See, it first stopped, destroyed, on created, and then on start, on resume. Let's see from the first. Okay, see, this is the activity, main activity running. See, this will be the activity. Okay, when you see the application, that is called as activity. Okay, before this and all, let's see what's happening inside the code. When I press this back button, uh, where it goes, let's see. See, it is in on stop and then on destroy. The application destroyed. If we see the activity cycle, see, it directly gone into on stop. When I pressed the back button, it on it just stopped the application and it sent it to the on destroy. What if I go back to the home app drawer and select this application again? Let's see what it will give me. See, it started from in on resume. It first see on destroy, it destroyed the application, then it gone to on create, and then it moved into on start and on resume. See, in this also what is there? First on stop and then on destroy. What happens once it destroys? It goes back into this on create. Okay. When I press this back button, this goes back into this on create and then comes into the on start and then on resume or resume and then running the application. See, first on stop, this is the previous one what I did. What when I pressed back button, it showed me on stop, then it came to on destroy, and then when I go back from the home drawer app drawer, it is saying that this is in the on create. It started from the first, from on create, on start and on resume. If I press this home button, what happens? Let's see. See, it is in the state of on pause. Okay. Then it came into this on stop. But it didn't exit it from the application. Okay. When I go back to this application, see, it started, it restart. Okay. I will show you. See here. When I press, wait a minute. See, when I press this home button, it got into this on pause and then it resumed. Okay, see here, it is logging on start, and then on resume. Okay, on restart, when I pressed pause, let's see once again. When I pressed this home button, it logged me that it is in on pause stage. Where is on pause stage? It is here. Okay, when I return from that stage to using this home app drawer, then it shows me in on restart, on start, and then on resume. Okay, it is going back to this and then on start and then coming back to the application. Okay, but when I close this fully, when I close this application, see, when I press this app drawer directly, it is saying me on pause and then on stop. Okay, directly it is giving me. When I close this application, let's see what it will give me. See, it displayed me in on destroy, this one. This is the final output. Now when I press again, when I go back to the application, let's see what happens. Sorry. See, when I start the application, it is creating again. See, in on create, in on start, and in on resume. Okay. See, it is giving me the output. When I press again back button, it is in on pause, in on stop, and in on destroy. It destroyed the application. When I go back to the application, it just starting from the first onwards. Okay. If I press the home button and then if I come back to this application, then it is saying me it restarted the operation using on start. See here, came back to this on stop and then on restart, it started the application. Okay, this is how the activity lifecycle is used. This will be the log where you can see all the logs. But if you know what all these code, this is just to explain. I have written this code just to explain you guys how this activity life cycle will work. Okay, if you don't write this code also, these all methods are uh, executing, and if you write this code or not, it doesn't care about the uh, code for you. Okay, it just executes. It is in the it is the inbuilt functions, inbuilt methods. Okay, so you don't require to write all these codes, but for the education purpose, try these codes. Okay, uh, just to get the messages. If I want to just to get the what is happening in the on start mode, then I can use this methods. Okay, like using this log d, I can get all the log what is happening inside my log head. Okay, so this will be your code for to check the what is happening in the activity life cycle. Okay, you better practice with the other examples. Okay, like creating typing something here and all those things. Okay, what happens if I type anything else here? Okay, try it once. This is for the today's session. Okay, this activity life cycle. Next we will be moving on to the Android application development. Okay, thank you. Okay, then let's see what is Android application development.